D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I finished episode 9 of Doom Patrol. And I have to say, after watching this episode, because I did like this episode, but after watching this episode, I realized that the past like 7 episodes were kind of stinkers as compared to like, because like in all honesty, that Great Flagellation and the Sisterhood of Dada was just a big waste of time, in my opinion. And this one we'll talk about it, but there's a scene at the very beginning of this episode where I'm just like, oh, that's what that was all about. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. And this show's weird. And I like that about it. But I didn't realize it was boring also, because like I'm looking back, I'm all like, oh yeah, that was just so like not, I don't know, it was just dumb. I mean, it furthers along Rita's character, which Rita is my favorite, and I do like her a lot, but it took so many episodes to get here. And the Great Flagellation, I mean, it really wasn't all that inspiring. It was just this big artistic expression to get you to find yourself, live your truth. And I'm sick and tired of everybody live your truth. I don't want to live my truth. How about you let me do whatever I want to do? How about that? And everybody's truths, they've been living it now for 3 seasons. And I'm all like, when are they going to get over themselves? Like I'm getting sick and tired of Cliff, Robotman being all like, I'm a bad dad. Yeah, we got it. You were a bad dad. Okay. I don't care anymore. And like Cyborg, I don't look like a regular person. Okay. I don't care anymore. And then Larry all like, I was gay and I'm gay and I didn't get to live my life the way I wanted to when I was younger. Okay. Like you can't change it now. And then Rita like, I'm unsure myself and I don't know how to use my powers. And it's like, you know, Jane, my personalities. And I'm like, I'm tired of this. But in saying all that, I did enjoy this episode. I'm going to talk about that in just a second when I break it down. I did enjoy this episode because I kind of felt like, okay, we're kind of getting into something else now where it's not this artistic expression and everything, because like I'm not watching this show for your artistic expression, ladies. But yeah, all right, so why don't we go ahead and break down this episode now, and I'll talk about some stuff too. Again, I did like this episode. I just ranted for a hot minute, but I did like it. So it starts off with Rita. If you remember the last episode, she is confronted by Madame Rouge in the woods. And so they have a flashback, and it's Madame Rouge and the Fog and Rita in this little room. And they're talking about the dance that Rita and Madame Rouge had watched on that video. And she's all like, oh, everybody's going to love it when they see it. And they're like, no, this isn't for the masses. This is for us, you know, to like express ourselves. And life is all about artistic expression. And I'm using that a lot. I won't use it after this scene because it doesn't come up, but they're like, it's all about artistic expression, because they're like, the world sucks and the only thing that matters is artistic expression. And I'm like, no, or like that's the only thing that makes you happy or some crap like that. And I'm all like, no, I'm the world does suck, but artistic expression, yeah, sure, this makes me happy, but it's not the only thing that makes me happy. I mean, the other day I played blocks with my kid for like 2 hours, and I had a good time. He was having fun. I was having fun and everything. But anyways, so they're like, you do your own dance, Rita. So she gets up and she does this dance. She's like, oh, don't look at me. Look at me. Don't look at me. Look at me. And it made sense for Rita, because Rita, you know, she's got this complex where she wants to be a star, but yet she wants to hide away and doesn't want anybody to see her like melty face kind of thing. So they were all congratulating her and all that stuff. And then she was all like, it was all nonsense. You just played us like a fiddle and everything just so you could get what you wanted. You lied to us and you didn't care about us at all, kind of thing. And she was all like, I can't remember what she said, but she's like, are you gonna do anything about it, or you're just gonna sit here and talk, kind of thing? And she turns into a bird and flies away. So in the back of the mansion, Larry and Jane are sitting here talking, and Robotman comes in. He wants to hold the space worm. I don't know what this is. Like I said, I've never read the comic books, although, hold on 2 seconds. I did when I went to the comic book shop last. I did buy 2 new episodes of the Doom Patrol. I bought this one, it's like a really old one, and then this one, which is more of a modern, more of a newer one. So they're both like, I think they're both number 8s. Oh, that's crazy. But I'm gonna read these and you know, see if they're any good and everything. But okay, so Larry, so they're sitting there, he's got the baby worm and they're all sitting there talking about it, and he's like, can I have the baby worm back? And they're all like, no, you're a horrible father. And he wakes up and the worm has tore crap up in that kitchen. He's like, did you do this and everything? And you find out later on it's everybody in the house's emotions, and they're all connected to the worm somehow. I'm not quite sure how that goes down. Hopefully they'll explain it. So then we go back to the hospital where Vic has gotten his new skin, and he's all like, yeah, I look normal. He's like, yeah, but you don't have your powers anymore, which I was kind of bummed. But he'll get him back. And if he doesn't, then I just go, yeah, why would I want to watch a superhero show without superpowers and everything? And plus, he'll have him back. Cyborg's way cooler with the cyborgy stuff. So he's sitting here talking to him, and he's like, I'm glad I could come to the hospital and see you. You know, I remember the day you were born, then you got your tonsils out. I was there at the hospital. I wasn't there when I think he broke like his clavicle or something like that, or his leg. I can't remember what he said. But he's like, I wasn't at the hospital because I was, oh no, it was a football game and he broke his leg. And he was like, I couldn't be there because I was at Star Labs and there was a new security guard. It was dark. I had lost my keys. He was basically rummaging around his desk for some keys, and a security guard thought he was robbing the place. So he like tackled him, held him to the ground kind of thing. And he's like, I could have taken him, but I knew that if I did, it would have been bad, you know, for me. And so he's like, you know, there's wings of that place that are named after me. And, you know, I should have been, you know, treated better. And he should have. That's sad that it happened to him. He's like, Dad, I didn't know, and everything. So then in Jane's mind, Kay is all like, she's like, where are the other personalities? And she's like, they're gone. She's like, and good riddance and everything. And she's like, but I'm going up top. Okay. And she leaves. And then while she leaves, you can hear this screaming. Now, when this screaming was going on, I was like, oh, those are the personalities. The personalities are screaming what's going down and who did it, who done it. And I was very I was like, oh, Jane, go look. But she doesn't look. So then Madame Rouge goes to this retirement home where she gets on the little box, and the ape, Minogue, I don't remember his name. I'm not really familiar with all these characters. I mean, I kind of know the Brotherhood of Evil, but I'll be honest with you. Young Justice was really like the biggest introduction to the Brotherhood of Evil. I think I had seen them before / read something with them before, because when I saw it on Young Justice, it looked familiar, but I don't know an overwhelming amount about the Brotherhood of Evil. Anyways, because there's some more members that they don't have in here, which I wish they kind of would have had. Anyways, so she's all like, you know, you sent me to the past to come to the or you sent me to the future now to from the past to yada yada yada, and they're like, come on in. So then Vic goes back to the mansion where Robotman's all like, what happened to you? And he's like, I got my skin back. And he's like, oh, that's great. So they go in and she's devising a plan to stop the Brotherhood of Evil. And Kay's sitting there and she's all like, well, what are your powers? And she's like, I don't have powers. She's like, well, what about the other personalities? And she's like, they're all gone. So then Vic comes in and he basically tells him he doesn't have any powers either. And nobody likes that he got his new skin, except Larry says he's like, you look good or something like that and everything. And then back at the Brotherhood of Evil's retirement home, she comes in and he's all like, we're just retired now. We're just trying to chill. And she's all like, you sent me there. I want to take on this mission. He's like, fine, let's do this kind of thing. And the ape isn't happy about it. The gorilla, sorry, he's not an ape, he's a gorilla. So then she's sitting here talking to them about it. And they're all like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Kind of thing. Sorry. So she's getting her weapons on from the brain, from these boxes. He's like, we have plenty more stuff in another area or whatnot. So then, while they're here, sorry, I should go back. While they're here, the doorbell rings and it's Clint's, Robotman's daughter. So then she's sitting there talking to her and she's like, you left your pills and my wife says, there's side effects, some hardcore side effects like gambling. Is gambling a side effect of drugs? I don't know. It doesn't even matter. And she's like, I want you to go see a real doctor about this kind of stuff. And I want to help kind of thing. So then Kay is in this room and she's like, the doctor interviewed all my personalities in here and I'm the only one that wasn't interviewed. And he's all like, I can't remember what he says to her about it and everything. But then she's like, would you interview me? And he's like, he pretends to be Miles Caller. He does the accent and everything. And, they both kind of chuckle. So then she's getting ready to go fight the Brotherhood of Evil. And Larry comes in and she's all like, you don't know what they're capable of, yada, yada, yada. So then she's making a doctor's appointment and Rita comes in and then she takes Robotman out. And she's like, are you sure that that's your daughter?
So he's all like, it's not Madame Rouge. And she's like, you don't know that. You gotta be sure kind of thing. So he goes in there and the baby's just sitting on the counter.
So he picks him up.
And as he does that, his daughter comes down the stairs and he's like, what the? And he looks down and the baby starts turning into Madame Rouge. And he's got Madame Rouge's head and like a baby's body, but it's like, little person size, but with these big long arms and everything. It was funny and everything. And they all start fighting with her. And she was making a weird noise like, hi-ya, and everything, but like a weird hi-ya. Anyways, so she takes out Robotman. And then she disappears. She like zaps out of nowhere. And Jane's like freaking out. Oh, she doesn't zap away yet. Jane's freaking out. She's all like, Kay's all like, they're being attacked. You need to go up there kind of thing. So she goes up there. And Robotman's there. And then she comes in and she's like, do you really want to be doing that, honey? You're the only one in here with a real family to protect. And she leaves. And then these guys all come in. And she disappears with Robotman. Like she's got a little thing and they zap. So then they're all like, she's like, we need to go and take down the Brotherhood of Evil. And they're all like, what are you talking about? So they get ready and everything. And then Robotman's all sitting there with the brain. He's all like, long story short, he's all like, I want your body. And I bought the schematics from that Niles Coulter did. With your body, and I built it, but it didn't work because you were infused with magic. And I'm going to take your body for myself. He's like, I want to dance, do the cha-cha with the lady from C9 or whatever. And then Madame Rouge comes in and she sits down. And he's all like, we don't really need you anymore, Madame Rouge. And the gorilla knocks her out. And so then inside Jane's mind, Kay's mind, she goes looking for the screams. And then on the bus, they're sitting there talking. And I can't remember all of what was said, but long story short, Larry admits that he doesn't like what Vic did to his body, to himself and everything. And Rita has to admit that she's not in this she's in this for revenge against Madame Rouge because she killed the person that she loved and took away a life of happiness. So, look, Cliff's brain is in there. And so he's got his brain. The brain has his brain inside Cliff now. And so he's like, he's like, I used to want to take over the world, but I don't want to rule the world anymore. I just want to live a normal life kind of thing. And he puts her in the back of this van and then goes away. And so, again, they're sitting there talking. And inside, Jane goes inside her mind. And inside, Kay finds their personalities. They're like screaming kind of thing. And then these eyes glow red. She freaks out and runs away. So then the brain, Cliff the brain, I don't know what to call him. He turns on this Chez Langer. I think it's the name of that famous street in France where you are, in Paris, where you can go shopping. The Chez Langer. I don't remember what it's called. Anyways, so he starts dancing around. Kay runs into her room, and there's like this knocking on, like this booming on the door kind of thing, and she screams. And I'm like, is that her superpower, the sonic scream, or is that just something that's inside her head? Because it starts to destroy these walls, and then Jane screams it out. It activates the space worm baby. And it blows up the bus kind of thing. They flip over and it shows Robot Brain dancing with him. The gorilla takes Madame Rouge and you don't see it, but it's implied that he pushes her off a cliff. I don't think he did, but we'll see. And then they're, tumbling over, and the bus crashes, and then that's the end of the episode. Now, I
liked this episode. I liked, most of the time I don't like all the talky as much as I do the action. But in this one, I did like it because you kind of got a sense of like there was more to it than just this real, like, I thought the Great Flagellation would be better than it was, and it wasn't. And therefore, I just felt like it was kind of a waste of time, like my time. But this I feel like is better now because you have like this Rita story. She's on a quest for revenge. I like that. And I like that. I like what's going on in Jane's mind. I have every single season. So I'm interested in that. And I'm interested in, did something inside Jane's mind put all those people, all those personalities in there wherever they are, or did Kay do it, or did they voluntarily put themselves in there? Because the last episode, the psychiatrist, and I wish I remember her name, because like you guys always like to put in the comments when I don't remember the personalities' names, and I don't write it down. And somebody keeps DMing me on Twitter. I'm not going to say who, but they keep DMing me the names, and I'm like, I am not dealing with this nonsense. But remember, she was all like, well, we have to make it to where she's always going to need us around, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I do like what's going on in Jane's mind. As far as everybody else, I think Cyborg is going to go back to normal, back to his cyborgy self. And I do think that I hope, and Robotman's going to get his brain, Cliff's going to get his brain back in the robot body and all that good stuff. And I'm here for it because I do like the show, but it's so weird, but in like good weird, like a good weird. All right, that's my breakdown and review. I don't know if that was like helpful or whatnot, but yeah, tell me, what you guys think about this episode? Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Where do you think it's going? What do you think that is in Jason's mind? With the red eyes and everything? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Doom Patrol breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.